Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about multi-step word problems. The key to these are figuring out what the problem is asking for and what information is given. So, what are they asking for? And what information is given? Okay, so we're going to do a few of these together and kind of go from there, and then you'll have some problems on your daily quiz to complete. Okay, so number one says last week Cody ran 10 miles less than Chelsea. Cody ran 11 miles. How many miles did Chelsea run? So when we're making these equations, this is comparing two different items, but we're going to equal them together. So here's a way we can set it up using an equation. And again, you don't have to set up an equation, but some of these are really useful to set up equations with. So we're really comparing Chelsea's miles, Chelsea's, Chelsea's miles, to Cody's. And that's going to give us our equation. So we're making this side, this amount of Chelsea, equal Cody. And the reason that I know we're doing this is because we're comparing and saying how many more or less than somebody ran. Okay, it says on here that Cody ran 11 miles, so we can put that information in here. He ran 11 miles. And then it says that last week Cody ran 10 miles less than Chelsea. So Chelsea's miles, she ran more because Cody ran less. So Cody ran less, Chelsea had to have run more. We're not sure how many miles Chelsea ran. So when we're not sure of something, we use variables. So she ran some amount of miles, and then Cody ran 10 miles less than her, and so Cody's total is 11. So 10 miles less than Chelsea's miles is minus 10. So now we have a lovely equation that we can solve for. So we have to get the variable by itself. Instead of minus 10, we're going to add 10 to make that 0. What we do to one side, we must do to the other. So we're taking 11 and 10 to make 21. And then you have to figure out what this is saying. So 21 what? This isn't Cody's miles anymore. This blue part is just for setting up the equation. So this is just trying to visualize the information and kind of group it together so we can easily make sense out of it. Then we did some math and now we figured out this. So this information is given to us from this question. I love arrows. Okay, so this X, this unknown, is how much Chelsea ran. So Chelsea ran 21 miles. Chelsea, I'm having a hard time with her name. Chelsea ran 21 miles. Because she ran 10 miles less than Cody, and if we do 21 minus 10, we get Cody's 11. So this is how you do a problem that kind of looks like this. You could have set it up a different way if you wanted to. This is just one way to do it with equations, and like I said, later on equations might be a little bit more useful. Okay, let's keep talking about Cody. He has some major adventures. Cody won 99 super bouncy balls playing horseshoes at his school's game night. Later, he gave 4 to each of his friends. He only has 3 remaining. How many friends does he have? Okay, so this is how you can set these up different ways, but this is how I like to do it. I know that he has 99 bouncy balls to start. Okay, and then he gave 4 to each of his friends. We don't know how many friends he has. That's the question. How many friends does he have? When we don't know something, we use a variable. But he gave is a decreasing amount. A decreasing number means taking away. He gave 4 to each of his friends. And now he has 3 remaining. Well, 3 remaining sounds like a total. He's got 3 left. So this total number of bouncy balls he had, then he gave some away, and now he's left over with 3. Again, you can set this up many different ways. I just liked this way. Okay, we're going to solve for our variable, x. So I like to put my variable attached to my letter in a bubble. Don't pop the bubble until the end. Then I like to make my gray wall. I need to move the extra piece that's over by my bubble. So we're going to get rid of this 99 by doing the opposite. So we're going to subtract 99 on the left, leaving our negative 4x. And we're going to subtract 99 on the right. So that gives us negative 96. Then we need to get our x by itself, our variable by itself. So we're going to do the opposite of multiply by negative 4, which is divide each side by negative 4. And x is equal to 24. Okay, 24 what? So remember the question, how many friends does he have? So he has 24 friends. And this makes sense, because if you put this information back into the story, so he had 99 bouncy balls and he gave away 4 to each of his 24 friends. Well, 99 minus 4 times 24 is equal to 3. So 3 remaining bouncy balls. All right, so now we're going to try a problem similar to number 9. These start to get a little trickier as the paper progresses. Okay, so let's look at number 9, but I'm going to change this. It's similar to number 9, but it's not quite the same. Okay, so you have a gym membership, and non-members, this is a gym, non-members are going to pay $40 per day and an entrance fee of 18. Per day. This is entrance. Okay, and then we have members. These members, they pay $700 a year, and they're going to pay $8 for an entrance fee per day. Okay, so we have non-members and members. So we want to know how many times you must use this gym to justify becoming a member. Okay, so how many times using gym is worth membership fee? Okay, so that's our question. Because this is obviously going to be cheaper, but there's a certain point where it's going to be easier and cheaper to just be a member of this gym. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to set this up as an equation, but it's going to have variables on both sides, which is totally fine. So non-members are going to pay $40 per day and 18 per day. And then members are going to pay $700 a year and $8 a day. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we're going to solve for x. So we're going to add the 40 and the 18 together. So we have 58x. And then we have 700 plus 8x. Remember, these guys are like terms because they both have x's and they're on the same side, so we keep the signs the same. Then we need to get our like terms together. We have x on one side and an x on another, so we need to get them over here. So I'm going to start by subtracting 8x on each side. And 58 minus 8 is 50x equals 700. Then we're going to get the x by itself, so we're going to divide each side by 50, and x equals 14. So then we have to figure out what that means. So we have 14 what? So remember the question is, how many times do we need to use the gym, or how many times is having the membership going to make it worth it? So after you go to the gym 14 times, so on the 15th time, the membership is cheaper. Okay, so let's check. So it said $40 a day and $18 a day. So that is actually a total of 40 and 18 is 58. So really, non-members are paying $58 a day, while members pay the $700 and then the $8 per day. Okay, so this is really what's happening if we break it down. All right, so if I plug in 14 to this, so I'm going to do 58 times 14. So 58 times 14 is $812. So after 14 trips, I've paid $812 to the gym if I am not a member. Here, I'm going to do 700 and then add 8 times 14. And I get a total of 812. So on the 14th day, I have paid the same amount as a non-member. So on the 14th day, nothing is better. They're both the same. If you've gone 14 times, it doesn't matter. But on the 15th time, it's cheaper to be a member than a non-member because now you're paying a lot more money. So you're going to be paying not just the $8. So if you go for the 15th time and you're a member, you're only paying an additional $8. But if you're going for the 15th time and you're a non-member, you're paying an additional $50, which is quite a bit of a difference. If you really like going to the gym and you think you're going to go more than 14 times, then you should probably become a member of this gym. Okay, if you have any more questions, please talk to your teacher. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Bye, guys.